Shalom, Raeignicorns. It's Ellie the Empress here. I'm doing an update, a check-in. What is good with you guys? And I'm gonna let y'all know what's good with me. And we're just talking. Because I haven't been active in a minute. Close that up. You okay?
Drink too. Sparkling too.
It's okay. Oh! What happened? Do you know what happened here?
No.
Oh! Okay, that's fine, but I don't like that happened. Okay. So, y'all know I haven't been active in a minute. It's been a little while. I took a content creation, really social media break, because I was just like, I would interact with people that I knew on social media, but I wouldn't just like be scrolling. Y'all know how people be on social media. So, even with that, I don't plan to get back into that type of behavior either. It's just like people who I really like, people who will first pop up on my timeline, I'll interact with their posts. But that scroll, break your thumb type of social media activity, everybody should get out of doing that.
Something's wrong with the air here. Look at all of this.
That's heat waves.
Oh.
hmm So, here, y'all know that my intention for this page is still being met. Did you want the toast?
Mm-hmm.
Here, you don't have to do all that. Here you go. The intention is still being met. It's just so much happens around me to where I get so caught up in situations that I'm unaware of. And that's what people have to realize. I be so unaware of things because I'm so focused. Like, I'm focused on, okay, like we have channel members on this page, right? So I'm constantly thinking about, okay, the next virtual business meeting, what topics am I going to share with them? Okay, what opportunities am I going to open up for people who actually want to, I'm thinking about structures for us to be able to accomplish things as a unit. And after learning that people genuinely don't think that way and that people don't care, I had to take some time to myself and really just be like, wow, it's way worse than I thought it was. And so, not to be negative, it's just being real. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to think that everybody has the best intentions for everybody. And I had to learn that simply wasn't true. And that may sound naive, that may sound bad or whatever. It's just the fact that I entered into a space intentionally to help people. And I networked with individuals who said that they were doing the same thing. So then learning that it was all cap made me feel away. Now, is that the reason I took a break? Not necessarily. The reason I took a break is because I had to appreciate what I have done, despite everything else that happened. I had to sit down, appreciate my efforts and my successes, because the things that I wanted to do didn't get accomplished. So I was beating myself up because of that. And I had to really just sit back and be like, look, single-handedly, you've done a lot. So you have to realize that it is okay to be where you're at. So took a break. Yeah, the channel members here, y'all know, y'all have been getting different posts and stuff like that. For the general public, I have not been posting for y'all. So I wanted to ask how y'all are doing, let y'all know how I'm doing. I'm doing great. I feel great. Feel amazing. Yeah, it's back sunny again. So, we got the tent vibes. And I'm cooling. I'm really just cooling.
Not over sitting on you.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm looking forward to making more content, video content. I just realized that at this period as well, my content is shifting to a point where I'm way more focused on writing. A lot of y'all know I did just publish a book. It's predominantly real estate based. However, there is some spiritual aspects added in there for the concept of generational wealth, what it actually means to the spirit. And I'm just going down that road more versus videos, live streaming, and being seen in this sort of way. Because this is what I grew up doing. I grew up being seen physically. And now that people are looking directly at my brain, my words, it's a different type of feeling to have. And I had to take time off to really resonate in that energy and feel what that's like. Can you back up a little bit? Because it's hot and you're right next to me. So, yeah. I don't see any comments, so, you know, I'm assuming y'all are good. But I know it's like a lot with everything going on. We're ending Mercury retrograde right now.
Raeignicorn landed on his feet. How did you land on his feet? Again, he landed on his feet again.
So we just had the eclipse recently, and it's just a lot. It's a lot of stuff that has perspired, transpired, happened, and closed out. And a lot of things are now presenting the physical evidence of closing out, which I've been looking forward to. I've been looking forward to a lot of things closing out. When Wortman said peace, goddess, and MJ. When Wortman said peace.
Peace.
So
Went high.
I'm really in a state right now where I'm like, you know, these new doors are opening. We got to make sure that those old doors, those old closets get cleaned out. We got to make sure that those old windows are dusted off and prepared to transition. And it's like, it just sounds like woo-woo cliche type of stuff. And I don't like sounding as if I'm repeating what other people are saying, because I have a physical way to see what's happening in my own life. Is it important? Is it important?
There's an ant on fox.
Where's the ant?
It's right there.
Are you sure that's an ant? Oh, okay, that is an ant.
That is really weird. How did that?
That's actually not weird, because we're outside, so tiny bugs will get in the tent.
How did they get in here without having to die?
Okay, that little hole is right there, and then there's other tiny holes that we can't see.
So they come out of the holes.
I'm not finna have a whole conversation with you. I told you I'm alive.
Okay.
So it's like all that stuff people be talking about is true. It's just people don't treat it as if it's true. And that's the part that really gets to me. It's like, I don't come on the internet to lie to people. And a lot of people, even though the stuff that they are saying is true, they don't believe in it themselves, which makes it a lie in their reality. And that's messed up. I never thought that that was a thing, but that's what's happening. Let me not even do that. Hold on. I was finna read that with this in my mouth, and I know, hey, I'm not finna read the comment like that. Just reading the comment with food in my mouth, bro. Derek Cullum said, greetings, Sovereign Empress. Peace, love, prosperity, health, and wealth to you. May the best always come upon you. Much gratitude, Derek. You as well. I always appreciate the positive words of affirmation and confirmation, construction, just positivity, all the affirmations. I love it. No, I'm serious, because I had just ate it and I was finna read it. It was like, greater sovereign. I wasn't finna do that. I wasn't finna do that to y'all. Like, get it. So I'm really grateful for one thing. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for everything. Waking up, being able to be outside in my tent again because oh my gosh, I've been missing this. I've been missing this vibe. Just being able to be outside in the sun and just chilling. This is, man, yes, this is everything. And it's my favorite vibe. So now, been able to take a step back from many things, predominantly content creation, because like there's so much that goes into. It's okay. Hey, watch out, because you actually missed the thing. Hold on. Okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. We'll do it like this. Ooh, that breeze. Oh. But even though it's well ventilated in here, it's still like a breeze is always dramatic when it's outside the tent. But it's huge vents right here. But anyway, excuse me. So, like I said, having that time to, oh yeah, when it comes to content creation for myself, y'all, it's like when people say things like they're a targeted individual and different things of that sort, we don't just say it to be in victim mode. It's literally, we are being prevented from doing what makes us happy and doing what we want to do for y'all. So if I have a particular piece of technology that I use to record, that I use to stream, that I use to edit, that I use to work with, whatever, and then that technology stops working how it needs to work, there's nothing I can do about that. It's like, oh, we'll buy a new one. Okay, how many of y'all are subscribed to the membership? Okay, like if you want to fund me doing those things, sure, but otherwise it's kind of like, where's the content at? Stuff be happening and people be doing stuff to me, and I'm trying my best to do what I can for y'all despite those circumstances. And it's just kind of like whatever. In one sense, it's kind of like whatever, but in other senses, it's like I always make sure that I can still do for y'all despite any of the struggles. I always get my stuff done. No, period. When Wartman said, me, big trillionaire entities tier, period, is trillionaire entities, billionaire ancestors, millionaire mages, and six-figure angels. And Win Wartman is a trillionaire entity. So much gratitude. Y'all gotta tap into the membership, because it's not that I don't care about the stuff that I post for the general public. It's just the fact that I post so much like really cool, intriguing things for members only. And that's the type of stuff I really want to talk about, because it's spiritual woo-woo. Everybody knows about meditation. Everybody knows about sun gazing. Everybody knows about being natural, having your hair out, taking care of your ether. Everybody, we know already. We know this. So it's like, okay, there's a reason why the QBDG movement is starting now. Quadrillionaire blockchain derivatives, goddess, God. Okay, like we did the whole matrix thing. We get it with the earth realm. We know what to do. So now let's get a fucking bag and live on islands together. My thing is, like, people are choosing to struggle, and that don't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm not saying in a financial sense. I mean in a mental state. People are choosing to stay in a certain mental state where it's like, if I say something like, okay, buy my ebook or join a membership or whatever, people will automatically get tense. And it's like, I'm not saying do something that I never did myself before. I buy people stuff. Educational tools. Because even some of y'all follow my Instagram, there's some crazy stuff going on over there where someone's essentially extorting me and charging people money for something that I'm not charging money for. And people are telling me that either they sent the person money and they're like, oh, Ellie, this is going on. And my thing is, I've had a business for years. People have followed me for at least a year. So now all of a sudden this comes up, something that's so low vibrational, so root chakra, sacral chakra activity. And they're giving money to this entity, essentially, because that's not even a person at that point. That's an entity, a demon taking over a person's vessel. They're giving money to this entity instead of to me. And it's like, you'd rather donate, well, because it's not a donation, right? They're supporting me and what they think I'm doing, right? You'd rather exchange currency for something that's low vibrational, that actually is fake. You'd rather support something that's fake than support what I'm actually doing. Because it's like, maybe they don't want to buy an ebook. Maybe they don't want to buy one of my newly published books. Maybe they don't want to buy a homeschool kit for their kids, because a lot of them, they be having kids. But you'll spend your money where it's not going to help anybody, though. That's why I'm glad I was on the break, because I had already started my break when that situation happened. And I was like, yeah, a lot of this is why it's like, oh, you have 10K followers, or you have clout. It's all fake. Some people are real, but it's just fake. It's fake stuff. It's fake. Because why would a person follow me for years with the type of content that I share just for something to be low vibrational and explicit and something that is totally not my character for the general public? The general public knows me as a certain thing, despite the rumors and narratives that people spread about me. But now that there's something that fits that narrative, they'll give their money to that, but not to me. I like myself, actually. Instead of sending me a donation, donating to the land projects that I have, donating to my cause, whatever it is that I'm doing, they'll send their money to some entity that is extorting me. They're fueling the hurt towards me by giving their money to something that I'm not doing, that I did not condone. I actually had to file a police report.
Mommy, the dog's still out there.
Is it in the front? Don't walk away while you're talking to me. You need to talk to me so I can hear you.
Kind of was like at a neighbor's house.
Okay, well, just stay in the back. Well, Wortman said, the weirdo, I don't get it. Period. Freethinker said, true, I get it. And it's, it's just one of the things where it's like, do I sit up and ask for cash apps all the time? Not at all. Like, the people who do send it to me, I greatly appreciate all y'all. But I way prefer people buy my products, because it's not about supporting me as an individual. I want you to invest in yourself. A cash out donation is always great, and I greatly appreciate it. However, there's a reason I share information the way that I do online. And then I have my written tools. I have a whole course for people who want to do real estate. And now I have the different things that I'm offering in different ways. And that's why I just had to move to the money way. I was doing things so for free, all the time for free. And y'all see where that got me. I'm having to sue so many people right now. It's literally insane. Someone else stole $500 from me. We were trying to do a song feature, and they just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm always forgiving. I'm always forgiving. It's just, even me addressing it is giving them a second chance to make things right in whatever case that it is. Because last thing I want to do is add another lawsuit to my belt, because the running joke for me in my personal life is, I could become an attorney. And like, I don't want to do that, but I'm finna be at court so much, I might as well get my degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just one of the things where it's like, bro, I'd much rather not deal with that. I'd much rather not deal with a scam artist pretending to be me and having people confused about who I am and what I do and what services I offer. I'd much rather support Black enterprise, support Black-owned businesses, support Black artists, support underground people, instead of get scammed by them. What is it about Black people where we're constantly hurting each other? And that's why I started saying on this channel, I'm like, I don't want to hear about no white man. I don't want to hear about no government. I don't want to hear about even certain extraterrestrial entities. We're doing it to each other. We're allowing ourselves to get possessed by these lower vibrational entities to do bad things to each other. That's on us. That's why we fell in the first place. So all that stuff happened during my break, and I'm just like, I'm glad I was on break. That's all I could say the whole time. Like, the people I do communicate with, I was like, yo, I'm glad I'm on break, because I wasn't even talking to the people I'm cool with. I wasn't talking to nobody. It wasn't just a social media thing. I literally spent so much time by myself, to myself, it wasn't just to clear my head. Like, I wasn't stressed out about anything. It was literally just me resonating in my own energy. And all this stuff started happening when I decided to take time for myself. How crazy does that sound? Free Thinker said, my thing is my thing is all we have to do is put our funds together, SMH. Even if we don't have money, just put your value in the pot. When Wortman said, I've been enjoying the podcast. Free Thinker said, wait, what about the black con artist? So, yeah, yo, I appreciate you on the podcast as well, because it's like, bro, cause I'm gonna just say this real quick because I might message you later about like more details. But I had seen your profile picture first. I seen it on the Cash App thing, and I was just like, and then I had looked at your profile on Instagram. I was like, I did not know that was the same person. I was like, wait a minute. So then the leaf part, I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. And then I was just like, okay, so okay, cool.
Leaf.
Yes, Leaf.
Got
That's in
accent.
his username, in his name.
Okay, but you do want some more toast.
Tez SMG said Sutter Cuz. I don't know what that is. But Free Thinker for the black con artist, right? Okay, so there's this one content creator. I addressed him on Instagram. I think I still follow your old page. I don't know if it's hacked, if you said it got hacked, but I thought you had made a new one. But I had addressed him 2 days ago. Me and somebody that we wanted to do a song together, so we were all supposed to be featuring on the song. We had sent him $500 because he had opened up slots for other creators to work with him. This guy's been on tour. He's dropped another song where he's featured with other people all within that time period. And he hasn't gotten back to me neither on Instagram nor by email after I send the money. And he has like 1 million followers on Instagram. And it's just like, it really gets on my nerves that stuff like this happens. Tez SNG, I don't really, I don't know. Free Thinker said I did. Okay, that was like, did you make a new account? Because I know you said you got hacked. But I had posted it over there over the past couple of days, what he did. And I posted the screenshots and stuff. Because that was the thing, too. When it came to the different smear campaigns people were trying to involve me in, it's like, I've heard that people just say I'm a liar. Just out of nowhere, they'll just say things like I'm a liar. And my thing is, like, anytime I ever said anything, I always brought some sort of proof or evidence to the table. People call it receipts. I don't even like that terminology. But it's like, what do I have to lie for? I don't get what I have to lie for. But that's just proving that it was projection, that other people are constantly lying all the time. I mean, all the time people are lying. I didn't know that. Like, because I thought that was, again, I'm thinking regular Matrix people stuff where people are lying. But when Hotep, goddess, I'm talking to them people, I'm thinking that they know how karma works. And apparently these people don't even know how karma works. So they think they can be low vibrational and just speak in a spiritual way and get away with stuff. And it's like, it's actually going to be way worse for you since you're doing stuff like that in the name of God, in the name of your ancestors. Yeah, you'll have to message me. Just message me on Instagram and then I'll reply to you. But my stuff that I was saying is on Instagram. Because I don't want to say his name in the stream. Because it's like, if he comes to his senses and we do the song, cool. I'm so the way I am that I'm giving him a certain time period to either give me a refund or update on the song. Where it's like, I'll just delete the video and we'll just be like, hey, no hard feelings. So I'm not trying to just go after the guy right now this second. Cause he cool. Like, as far as his music, he's a good talented artist. So I'm like, maybe he was just tweaking for a little bit. I don't know. But that's the type of stuff that I'm just like, okay, I'm just keeping it strictly business with individuals, because this whole trying to do stuff for the community's sake just because it's the community, it's not working and it never will work. That was the problem for a very long time that a lot of the luminaries had experienced and nobody caught on to it. And I think I'm one of the only people speaking on it in the way that I speak on it. Like, even the term woke broke niggas, that applies to females too, because it's like, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your actual bank account. It's about how you invest in yourself, how you apply not just your funds, but your time and your energy. If you're spending your time gossiping about other people and creating narratives and believing in false narratives instead of addressing a person, there's a stick under here. Instead of addressing a person and being like, hey, did you do this? I heard that you did this and this just isn't right and I would like for there to be justice. If you're not on that type of time, because I'm that type, I'm very confrontational. I'll get up in somebody's face and be like, yo, I heard you said this and I just want to get this figured out. I'm that type of person. Realizing that most people simply don't have integrity like that, or integrity at all, while calling themselves spiritual, high vibrational, it threw me for a loop for a good 2 years. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think the people who say things like unity, peace, and the collective consciousness, we are rising, we are one. I didn't think that those people could say such things and act the part so well. I'm like, damn, maybe these people do deserve some type of money. They kill it in Hollywood. Because how do you live your life being fake? Your life is being fake. That's weird to me. I never thought that was possible. So, learning that that's what happened, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just do my own thing then. And so I published my book. Was trying to do that song with that dude, but we'll see what happens with him. I got another song out that I did a feature with somebody else, so that song's popping. That's one of the feature songs that we use with the podcast. So the stuff that I do is always great. Anything I do by myself is always great. Anytime I have minimal effort with other people, it's always great. It's like when I try to do these big partnerships with people, it's just like, I don't know what happens. So I have to just accept the fact that I just can't do things with other people for real. I already said I'm not partnering with no masculines unless they pay me $11,000, because it's like, there's no point in trying to work with masculines like that, because every time it always turns into something it's not supposed to be. And I'm like, you give me the money first before you even try to talk to me on that level, because it's just like, there's no point. I'll know somebody, this happened, I'll know somebody for over a year. I know exactly what they got going on. They'll tell me exactly what they got going on. They know exactly what I got going on. And then they turn it into some sacral chakra stuff. And I'm like, it's just stupid. There's no point. Give me the money first. Because if it gets to that point, at least I got the money. Otherwise, it's just my time and energy wasted. Freethinker said, get a tarp and lay it down first, then set up the tent over it. I think that's better. It's like, it's my booty sweating. It's my butt sweating. Because the plasticky part is like getting wet from my sweat. So because everywhere else is dry. Everywhere else is dry. It's not the ground that's wet. That's me sweating. That's me. So the tarp
too.
Yeah, you have on long sleeves and pants. So I'm not surprised that you're sweating. So yeah, everywhere else is dry and fine. It's just under my butt that's wet. So Methodical Mystic, hey everyone, what's good? How you doing? Tez SMG said, how do you know she like you after the first link? Freethinker said, okay, lol. You see, it's like people like Tez that are just like stupid and continue to follow my content when they're just stupid, because I'm not even talking about that. And then it's the fact that it's like, what you mean by link, you're probably talking about fucking, and I don't condone that. I don't think that anybody should have any sexual encounters ever until you get to a point where you're talking about child creation. So it's like constantly dealing with stuff like that. It's just like too many stupid people on the internet, and I don't like dealing with it. So taking breaks is that, and like I told y'all a minute ago, I'm leaving social media in 2025. Like that's one of the reasons, but it's mostly so I can focus on other things. I took time of NJ. What?
And one more piece of toast, which is
Okay,
the
that's
one at the top.
that's fine. Go ahead. What was I saying? Taking the break from social media 2025 because I can get a whole lot done when I'm not on social media. Replying to comments, replying to DMs, video calling, texting y'all on social media. It's like if you don't have my number, if you don't have me on Discord, if you don't have my email, it's like I won't be able to be in contact with you. And that's how I want it. That's actually how I want it. I don't like dealing with like stupid people who like to waste my time and who like to do things. Cause like I'm a real deal internet troll. Do I have fake accounts where I harass people? No. It's just I see people who do stuff like that and I hurt their feelings intentionally. Because now he's spamming the comment section and he's giving me everything I want. He's spamming my comment section, which is telling YouTube there's a whole bunch of engagement on this live stream. And so they're going to push this live stream out to more people because there's so many comments. And then other people are going to come in, be entertained by the fact that I'm trolling a troll. And that's how social media works. It's just a game. It's just a game. Most people aren't confident enough to call somebody stupid. And that's stupid. That's very stupid. Because why would you ask me that right now? I'm not talking about that at all. I'm not talking about a relationship I may or may not be in. I'm not giving relationship advice. I'm not doing any of that. I'm talking about myself, my life experiences, business failures, business successes. I'm asking how y'all are doing. And this is a stupid person trying to distract where I'm turning it into entertainment. Because it's funny. Like, actually encountering stupid people is like, it's like you wouldn't want that type of person to have a child. Yet they're concerned about dating. It's so backward. Where a person like me, I would love to have more kids. I'm not interested in dating right now because of stupid people who pretend like they're enlightened. And they put on a good act too. That's the part that's so weird. Win was laughing, said, what, bro? No, for real. Trail double 06 was laughing. Tez said, how, cuz? Free Thinker said, LOL, SMH. Tez said, it's a common modern question. I'm far from stupid. Free Thinker said, just ignore. Tez said, you got too many energies in your vocabulary language, cuz. You got too many energies in your vocabulary language, cuz. That's crazy. Your son go ask you the same shit. One dog, little dog. I don't appreciate your language with me. You're very disrespectful, bro. Just stupid.
Little dog? The baby dog?
That's stupid. Stupid. So for people like that who can't focus on anything other than what their lower chakras are desiring, it's like I don't have time for social media in that way. Just people ignoring the higher vibrational aspect of things and only being able to engage in lower chakra activities. I just don't have time for stupid people. I don't have time for woke broke niggas because like I said, it's not about money in the bank account. I have people who follow me who have very, very good jobs, who are very wealthy and do quite well for themselves. It's just, like I said, people have put their money into this person who's extorting me to hurt my image, and they've never given me a dime. And it's like, well, if you had the money this entire time and you could have supported whatever project I had going on, whether it's buying one of my products or, like I said, with the land projects, and you decided to buy this image of me that doesn't truly exist, it's an illusion, and you've wasted your money because it's not genuine for me, it just goes, it's just fake. It's just fake. It's a whole bunch of fake supporters, a whole bunch of fake people, a whole bunch of fake everything, where I don't have time for it. There's a good amount of genuine. It's just, in comparison, it's not even 1%, you guys. It's not even 0.1%. I can say that. It's not even 0.1%. And I'm not only talking about in a financial way. There's people who follow me on Instagram who only interact with my content when something bad is happening. They follow my page. I've told them to unfollow multiple times. Because it's like, if I make their page unfollow, if I block them, they'll come back to my page anyway with a fake page, a second page. They'll refollow if I unfollow them myself. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. They only interact with my content when there's something negative going on towards me. Not even like, because I don't do anything to anybody. So it's not like they can say, oh, you did this, you did that. The only reason they can say those things is if it's a lie. It's like, well, so-and-so said you did this. No, I didn't. So Free Thinker said, I see. And Tez said, what do you do behind the camera? I'm tired of you fake spiritual content creators. Fix your language and you speaking on my name, cuz. Free Thinker said, that's scary. Yeah, I'd have to get off the internet. Exactly. You know. And then, you know, it's like, you know, stupid people like that, where it's like, they don't know what authenticity is. Like, but I can't say this, because there's so many fake people out there. I totally get the confusion, because I was tricked too. So it's like, dang, all these content creators fake. A good amount of them are fake, because I'm the type, I'll yell at somebody out of genuine love and passion for them, because I'll be like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Publicly. And I'll get on their ass privately, and I'll help them out later, because that's what was needed for them to wake up in that moment. This is what I realized too about masculines, because I be cussing masculines out, I be yelling at masculines, and dudes just keep staying. They just stay around. I'm like, y'all used to them crazy girlfriends who beat on you, and then y'all stay in a relationship. So now you find a person like me on the internet, and it's like, well, why is she arguing with me? Why is she? And then you just stay and let me bully you. And then you don't even realize that you're fueling my social media narrative. I'll say it like that. You're feeding my social media narrative, where I'm on all y'all niggas' asses. I'm just on it. Because I'm making you look at yourself. Taking it as a direct attack instead of introspection and seeing what type of shadow work you can do for yourself is exactly why you need to do shadow work. Oh, you need to respect me. You obviously don't respect me. So the same energy you come in is what you're going to receive. Like everybody else, we're having a real conversation with context. And there's a one person spamming the comment section, angry. Because I called them out on their own personal bullshit. And most people, especially content creators, because they want subscribers and they want money and they want clout. I don't have to be nice. I've been with people in real life. I don't need fake internet numbers for my own personal feelings and self-worth and trying to uphold an image. I don't need y'all. I don't. So all the people who get mad at me when I say things like, you a woke broke nigga, it don't matter how much money you have in your bank account, it doesn't matter what type of job you have, if you're contributing to the problems, you are a woke broke nigga, because there ain't no way you're so poor in spirit that you're not contributing to the causes that will actually evolve our people, and you're contributing to the toxicity. There's people who know me who are millionaires, six-figure earners, folks with good jobs, and they still contribute to the bullshit. It's fake. It's fake. That's why I don't have to come up here and look all cute and pretty to talk to y'all for real. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm sovereign empress for a reason. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a princess that ain't gotta wear what they call girdles. I forgot what them back brace things are called, but yeah. Trail 006 said, "What you drinking?" I drinking coffee. I know it's like afternoon, midday type of time, but this is my second cup of coffee. I'm just vibing right now. Freethinker said, "It's so uncomfortable because in real life there's fewer connections." Yeah. Wayne Wortman said, "Yeah, but if I think you're fake, I'm not watching." And that's, yeah. It's a mixture of whether it's discernment or even because they asked a good question, right? That's a good question. What do you do when you're off camera? This. That's like, you can't get me. You can't get me. I literally do this off camera. This is what I all I did was set up a camera when I'm already doing what I'm doing anyway. I cooked some food. I'm eating some fruit. Got me a tomato. I have a random assortment of foods. I just kind of grab some stuff. What? I'm planting food? What? The same things I do way more off camera than I do on camera. That's what I mean. Where it's like, yes, there's a whole bunch of fake spiritualists out here. I ain't one of them. But you don't have to believe me. Because I get it. People lie all the time. And that's what I had to get. I was like, why are people calling me a liar so much? It's just because everybody else be lying. So it's a projection. Freethinker said, my homie told me this, which I agree. This how you know they're fake. If they can't delete their YouTube, they're fake. They won't let the fame go. That's interesting, huh?
I just found a new clue.
Those are like, that's a row of nails. I'm gonna need you to be careful with that, okay? I prefer you go put it down somewhere safe. You just find, put it on the windowsill by the door. Found a whole row of nails, just old rusty nails. Now, as far as deleting the whole channel, I don't think, that's necessary because it's information. You know what I mean? If I didn't want the information to be out there, then okay. But it's like, if you mean as far as taking like social media breaks and not showing up all the time, even when it's unnecessary just to be in the algorithm, that makes sense. But deleting the channel, I don't think that's wise at all, because I wouldn't have made my channel if I didn't want people to know the information I'm sharing, or at least to be able to see somebody develop in their own spiritual journey and have some sort of inspiration for how they can go about their spiritual journey. Not to copy it, but to be like, okay, well, this girl doesn't shave her armpits. Okay, well, I feel less self-confident about I feel less self-conscious about myself. This girl doesn't wear bras. I feel more confident about myself because I don't believe in wearing wire bras because it's bad for the breast, but people are going to judge me. But this girl doesn't do it, so I feel better about myself. This girl doesn't have a BBL and everybody's trying to pressure me into getting a BBL, so I feel more confident about myself and being in my natural state. This girl doesn't care what she looks like, and she knows she needs to do her hair, but she's still coming on and talking to her supporters because that's her most authentic self. I do this for the girlies like that. It's not for fame. I've been like, that's what I mean. Like, this is the difference between clout and fame. I've been famous my entire life. Growing up in Memphis, like, I just changed my Instagram bio as well. I'm the last princess in Memphis. I was part of a pageant organization, and me and my sisters were the last ones. I'm the last princess in Memphis. They closed down that organization and never crowned anybody again. I was the last one. I've been famous my whole life. There's a big difference between fame and numbers on a screen. That's why it's all fake. I've been in newspapers. I've been met high-level government officials. Like, I know people who know the president. Like, in a literal sense, they know the president. They put behind millions of dollars for the vice president. They're literally a phone call away. I've been famous a very long time. It's just when it comes to the social media stuff, it's like, it's so easy to fool and create illusions that people forgot what actual fame was. Being known is a part of fame, but like clout it's just sad. Really, it's sad. Because it's such a disconnect between what people's motives are. Why do we have to be concerned about fake spiritualists? Because people be scamming, people be doing black magic on people. I've done so many rituals for Raeignicorns. I had to stop doing the rituals for y'all. I might have to exclusively do some of them for the actual channel members. That's how I might have to do it. Because there's people who be subscribed to my channel who don't have good intentions. And it's like, I'll do so much to make sure that only good things are able to transpire with the magic I set out for this collective. And then still stuff happens. But, you know, it's not something that I would let go because of fame. I got fame in a whole bunch of other places. I don't need to be famous as a spiritual person. So that's the difference between me and other people. I didn't create a spiritual channel to get fame. I already had that. I've already been on runway shows. I did. Elise Neal was featured in one of the runway shows. Portia Williams from Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's so old to me. All this stuff is so old to me. I met Mr. Rogers when I was, not Mr. Rogers, my bad, Mr. Chuck. They both were on PBS Kids around the same time. I met Mr. Chuck when I was a kid. Like, on some, he's best buddies with one of the people that I grew up around. Like, it's just old. I don't need the internet for that. If I want to go meet some famous people, I can go meet some famous people and network with them and do what I want to do with famous people. I came here to help. I came here to help. So if I delete my channel, what was the purpose? What was the point? Now the information's gone for people. That doesn't help anybody. So, you know, I can see a certain type of perspective, but it depends on the person, what their history is and what they're doing it for. And you never know that. I could sit up here and talk to y'all all day about this type of stuff I used to do and the type of stuff I'm used to. And it's just like, all this stuff that started happening in the spiritual community, it just became so lame to me. Because I'm like, we might as well just go back to the Matrix if we gonna act this way. Because that's all it is acting. I'm not acting. I'm just like this. You know, people think I'm being disrespectful on the internet. I told my own blood brother that he's a bitch, and I told my mom to her face, you raised a bitch. How you gonna condone somebody being abusive towards me? So this is not an internet persona that I put, you're too hot. Get off of me. It's too hot for all. Just go to a different spot so you're not so close to me. So a lot of people do put on this internet persona with spirituality. I think that's weird. If it's blatantly, obviously entertainment, I think that's okay. I think that's okay. If it's blatantly, obviously entertainment and someone's doing a skit, that's okay. But it's people who have things like bookings. You can book readings with them. You can buy products from them. And they're spiritualists, like spiritual practitioners. That's when it becomes problematic and a problem. And like a real issue. Carbon Watcher said nature. Free Thinker said true, that too. Trail 006 said, do you have a TikTok? I do. It's just for my business though, not for spiritual stuff really. Free Thinker said, I hear you. Double-edged sword. It really is a double-edged sword.
But
it's outside. Yeah.
if I was came through one of those holdings one in here.
Nah, it's outside the vent.
Wait, vent?
Yes, this is a vent. A ventilation system. But yeah, it definitely is a double-edged sword, and people do things for different reasons. I've had a channel where my intention was to be known for being a famous vlogger. My goal as a kid was to be a famous YouTuber. That just happened to happen in spirituality and not for other things in entertainment, like modeling, like going to auditions for TV shows. Like the first time I went to Atlanta was to audition for a TV show. It was supposed to be a reality show. None of this is new to me. It's just no, turn it. Bring this zipper down. Bring this zipper down. Hold the top part of the zipper. There you go. So if we're talking about intentions and getting into the reason why people do things, I know the ascension's here. I know it's necessary. I saw that most people aren't ready, even when they say people will buy a sword, a shield, a helmet, and the fancy war shoes and still not be ready in their heart to die for what they believe in. And it's not in a sense of becoming a martyr. It's not in a sense of literally laying down your life that you want to pass away. It's about standing 10 toes down about what it is you're doing. A lot of people folded. A lot of people folded, and a lot of people were exposed to be untrue. Yeah. And it's sad, because I thought that we'd have a bigger team than this, you know. I actually, after I got to a certain point, I thought I was done, right? I was like, cool, I could leave this channel alone, and I could just go live my life now, because I did it. I did everything. But because I didn't know that there was false promises from other people, in my head, I'm thinking I did everything. Then come to find out over time that everybody was capping. I was like, so I didn't finish nothing, because me finishing those things depends on those people holding their word. And if they didn't hold their word, then I didn't do nothing. I was gonna leave this channel alone. I was like, okay, y'all, you can only find me on Instagram now, because I'm done with this channel. I completed the goal I was setting out to do, so I had to realize that that was not the goal. That wasn't the goal. And it was a huge learning experience for myself and a lot of people who were around me too. I'm telling you, I was not expecting my butt to sweat, because usually I have a blanket, but I got my tent and I didn't get the sleeping bag, and I didn't get the other blanket that I usually have in here. So I'm straight on the actual tarp of the tent, and it's just collecting. I don't want to say all that. I was finna be so vulgar for no reason, but yeah, it's just my sweat. Okay. Trail 006 said some people just not ready. I see that now. It's just I be having to. It's like I don't want to assume everybody's lying, but I just had to treat people that way, because people will say they're ready and do the actions too. They'll get up to a certain point and just give up, and it's like, how you gonna get you at the finish line? I just passed you the baton. You're the last runner. Why did you run off the track? What are you doing? We did all this training, and you just run off the track when the finish line was right there. It wasn't even 100 yards away. Free Thinker said, but it's like pastors. They'll continue being a pastor to keep getting money. They won't step down, because if they do, they'll lose fame or money grab. Free Thinker said, when will people be ready? Nobody will ever be ready at the same time. No, I'm serious, Tro. But it's like, here's my thing with pastors, right? In any sort of position of power in a spiritual sense, God tells you your time is up. Like when I had to stop making my gardening content, I could have kept doing that and just grew bigger in the gardening community. I could have kept doing rituals. I could have kept doing meditations and started doing certain things for the clout. Because when you niche down really specifically on YouTube or in any sort of context of social media, that's when it becomes for the clout. But making it about my journey and encompassing everything, I had to stay focused on that. So the fact that I did that, it showed a lot, because pastors, they're supposed to step down. Most pastors are not supposed to pastor until they become an elderly person, until they become a senior citizen. They're supposed to transition out of being a pastor. That's where a lot of religions are messed up, because they have actual literal systems in their religious structures for their churches to where the pastor keeps pastoring until they pass away. That's not how that's supposed to work. It's a spiritual gift, a spiritual calling. You can look in, I believe it's First Chronicles for the spiritual gifts. It's a specific type of calling for you to have a certain position, and it's temporary most of the time. Like someone with apostolic gifts as an apostle, that's a lifelong thing, because the whole point of being an apostle, is being a catalyst. Being a pastor is a temporary job. You're not supposed to just be a pastor your whole life. So then when it comes to things like their fame and notoriety and stuff, they're supposed to retire from being a pastor to help other pastors. That's what they're supposed to do, even if it earns them less money. But people be so gripped on this money stuff. I'm like, look, cuz, y'all gotta let this money stuff go. Like, the way that people think about money is so crazy. Oh, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna lose my cars. Okay, I done lost everything before by force. So me not having anything is not something that's like detrimental to me. As long as I have certain things, I'm good emotionally, and I'm good with my calling with God. I know that I'm not to be like that forever. I know that certain things are temporary for what seems to be negative. I'm not tripping on it. And I wasn't tripping on it. I was literally homeless. Like, I was homeless, living in this tent on the street for like a month, just to be away from problems. Like, once you learn, like, it's just the fact that people claim to know about the Matrix and know how the game works and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, that's what it means by pick up your cross and follow Yeshua, because you are the living embodiment of Yeshua. We're God's children. We're all God's children. So if you're not up to living in your Yeshua energy, picking up your cross, and actually, it's not about struggling, and especially not about struggling financially. It's about seeing the lens and perspective of every individual and being able to say, okay, I love you despite. I love you despite. Even those who transgress against you, I love my family members, even though they did what they did and continue to do what they continue to do. I have unconditional love for them. I just know I have to keep my boundaries up. I just know that I can't associate with them like that. I know that I'm not able to just, if I wanted to, just leave my son with him and then that be it. No, I know that I can't do that. Do I think they'll hurt him? No. I just know that the energy wouldn't be right, and certain things will be said about me that are not healthy for him to hear. Me being aware of that and still being able to be like, I do love them. And it's not that I'm hoping for the best, because when you put your intention on something or somebody, that's giving your power away. It's not that I hope for the best. It's literally like, I accept that situation for what it is, and I'm not going to do anything else to change it, because there's nothing I can do. That person has to make a choice. Free Thinker said, oh, okay, I didn't know that. Pastors pass it on. That's tough, SMH. Would you say, okay, would you at least stay in a vehicle versus on the street? I would have preferred to be in a vehicle, but my level of having to live a certain type of, MJ, stop it. My level of having to live a certain type of life, I couldn't do the whole vehicle thing, because that's not what was meant for me at the time. Well, preference-wise, yeah, be in a car. Yeah, but it was me having to learn how to live in my restriction. So my test was, I'm homeless on the street. are you still going to do God's work? I was getting up every day, studying for my business stuff, reading the Bible, doing my tarot readings, making videos for y'all. I was still doing it. I mean, who's homeless walking 2 hours back and forth to the library? Sometimes I'll get rides, but it wasn't a guaranteed ride every time.
Or is that a moth?
Who's homeless going to meditate for the better good of the collective?
That's one weird looking mawfish bug is thinking.
Like, it's not me. It's not for me. My mission is for the better good of everybody. So once God was able to see that, Divine was like, okay, put me back into position of being housed and having all my needs taken care of without having to, because I wasn't even begging on the street. People just knew to give me money. It was like one of them energy things. But not being in that energy of people, strangers having to help me like that. Now I'm back comfortable. I'm talking about I'm so comfortable. It's like, it's darn near scary how comfortable I was able to be after being in a situation like that. Most people will never go through that. I never like was just mean out of my way to homeless people or anything like that. It's just the particular journey that I had to go on required me to experience things. Cause it's not like, you know what I'm saying, like I have so much, like when people be talking about OnlyFans girls, I'll be like, yo, I have so much empathy and sympathy for them, because a lot of them are on OnlyFans because they were trafficked before. So they were on the street at some period of time. They didn't have family to take care of them. Now they're doing their own thing by themselves in their bedroom versus being on the street with 12 niggas. I commend her for being able to get herself out of that situation. I prefer her not do OnlyFans, but if that's what she got to do to stay away from that, okay, kudos to her from not allowing her energy to be spread out with all of them niggas like that. I didn't have to get sex trafficked. I didn't have to have a pimp. I didn't have to have people like date rape me, and like I didn't have to go through those things to be able to have empathy for those girls and guys, because it happens to dudes too. Them pretty niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty niggas have it rough too, because I be seeing them. I be like, I know the cougars be all over that. You want a new Xbox? I got you with the PS5. Like, I didn't have to live that life though. My experience was learning what it is to be at the lowest, or to appear to be at the lowest. My mind and my spirit was always high. Even when I felt like I was at my lowest spiritually, I was never low mentally, and it wasn't as low as I thought it was when it came to my spirit. So as far as preference, of course I prefer to be in a vehicle, but my particular mission at the time didn't include a vehicle. Trell said, how do I do rituals? Freethinker said, you don't have attachments, the greater two evils tough. Trail said, stop tweaking, not the Xbox. Goddess Saki said, you are such a beautiful and humble spirit. I truly admire that. Much gratitude, Goddess. But you know I'm being serious, Trail. You know I'm being serious. 2K just came out. I heard 2K just came out. And the new iPhone said that they updating. They got a new iPhone coming out. I got you, son. But just pull up to my house next Sunday. My grandkids gonna leave at 6 p.m. I got you. You already know. It's sad. It's happening though. Everybody want to be all up on females, like, oh, she got a sugar daddy. Oh, she got problems. Man, you know how many sugar mamas there are out there? Don't nobody be saying nothing. Cause when dudes get sugar mamas, it's like, oh yeah, they get praised for that. Let a girl have a sugar daddy. Aren't masculines supposed to be providers and protectors? Like, okay, if she's getting provided for by a masculine, why is it an issue when that's nature? But a dude getting taken care of by a female and he's getting praised for it. It's all backward. It's all backward. Because I don't even, myself personally, I don't got an issue with the age gap thing. It's just like, does everybody consent to the way that dynamic is set up? Because it's like people, I swear, people are so weird. They thought, like, I had a sugar daddy or whatever. And this is what I picked up intuitively. I didn't even hear those rumors, like, come across me in my text messages or anything. It's like, oh, she got a sugar daddy. It's like, bro, if I had a sugar daddy, it'd be an old white man. I know for a fact he has money. And he likes my aesthetic. You know them old white men like them some chocolate? What I'm gonna be with an old nigga for? Why would I be with an old black man? That doesn't even make sense. Even if he has money, I'm getting so much more from that old white man than I will ever get from an old black man. How does that make sense? I'd be all up in that nigga, well, not the nigga. I'd be all up in that old white man's ear, just pillow talking, trying to see who in his bloodline owned slaves, doing my own personal research on their bloodline, and then setting up situations to where I'm getting all sorts of resources and I can figure out other things going on while I'm living a comfortable life. Hard wig, soft life. You see, I got the frizzes. I'm not seeking an old white man. I'm just saying, like, what I gotta look cute for? To be extra. Because I'm already cute. What I gotta be extra for? No, I just start pillow talking and get answers for why certain things after slavery happened. And just do underground spiritual work. You can't do that with old black men. Old black men are just as ignorant as we are. And they will never admit that. They will never admit that. They could be the most hotep. They could be the most shalom. They could be the most shalom. They could be the most peace. They could be the most neteru. Like, they could be the absolute most, with all the garments and the head wraps. They could do the absolute most. They ain't got what old white men got. So if I'm gonna have a sugar daddy, it'll be an old white man. I ain't got no reason to be fucking on people in the spiritual community. People wanted to put that narrative on me so bad. I'm like, y'all weird. I ain't got nothing else to say. It's just y'all weird and horny, and you want to see me in situations. It's weird. Free Thinker said, LOL SMH. Cheryl said, you know that Goddess Saki said, you're truly welcome, Goddess Ashe. Me mommy, one of those sugar mamas too. SMH, yo, oh Lord. Free Thinker said, good point. I think it depends on intentions. Agree? Yeah. Cheryl said, yeah, that's how you, that's how I'm coming. Free Thinker said, yeah, I get your point. Goddess Saki said, you don't have to be, you don't have to be, you really are. Yeah. And I appreciate that too, because it's just like, and then this is what people are afraid to ask too, because I be talking about glamour magic. So, well, I did have a period of talking about glamour magic. I was using artificial stuff for glamour magic, but it's like this right here is glamour magic. Me putting on a natural oil and then going out into the sun, that's how you make yourself more attractive, whether you're a male or a female. The more you sun gaze and then the more you ground on the actual ground, put your feet in the grass, put your feet in the soil, it makes you more physically attractive. So it makes you more magnetic with your energy. It fixes your cellular structure. So any impurities in your skin come out. So then you go take a bath, you go shower, everything just comes all the way off or out of your skin, out of your pores. And then your facial structure, it literally changes itself. So I already looked a certain way, and then I'm maintaining myself with nature. So do I need lipstick? No. I love, my go-to is lip gloss and lashes. I don't wear nails all the time because it's too inconvenient for me, especially the press on. So if I get my nails done, it just is what it is with that. But with the press ons, I don't want to be concerned about if my nail's going to come off or not. So I don't wear them all the time. But my go-to, I'll throw on some lashes and some lip gloss because it just, I don't know what it is. It makes my look so much more exaggerated and it's so cute to me. But yeah, if y'all didn't want to say anything else, I just wanted to let y'all know, I'm getting back on here. I already started going live on Instagram, like Wynn mentioned earlier. I've been doing the podcast, primarily the podcast, and then I have had some streams. So it's like that dude earlier, what's his name, Tez, he was like, what do I do off camera? The exact same things I do on camera. So I went live a couple of times where I was making a casserole. My son really liked the casserole, by the way. So I was making a casserole. It was a pasta casserole. And I created a recipe that my son really likes the taste of. Free thinkers, how long you want today? I'm just vibing, just talking to y'all. I don't have a specific time span. Cheryl said, what's your name on IG? Real Talk with Ellie. Talk with 2 Ks. So Real Talk with Ellie. Be careful because I do have a fake page. Somebody's extorting me and scamming people. So just be mindful of that. It's just Real Talk with Ellie. ELI. That's it. My bio is going to say last princess of Memphis. My stomach is sweaty. I feel really good though. I do. Like I said, the break was really good for me. And because even now, it's not that I feel depleted. It's just like me having conversations on the phone, whether it's in a group chat or a one-on-one conversation, I don't feel depleted. But it's something about these social medias that it just takes your energy somehow. I'm like, because people do this every single day. They have a whole setup. Some people have a whole crew. They have everything. And they do this every day. When people talk about things like selling out, and one of the rumors that people were saying was that I'm a plant from the music industry. If I'm a plant from the music industry, where's my record deal? That's like, that shouldn't that be like a $2 million record deal or something? Y'all over here creating all type of narratives about me, about stuff that don't make no type of sense. How am I a plant from the music industry and they ain't put up that type of money behind my name? Are y'all serious? So when people hear things like selling out, it's like, oh, well, they sold out, they did this and that. People on YouTube sell out for way less than $2 million. They'll get a few thousand subscribers and sell out to constantly feeding this machine, whether they're making a lot of money or not, just to be in the algorithm. Just to be in the algorithm, just to have interaction with the people in their comment sections, just to get whatever donations they may get. That's them selling out. You don't have to do some crazy ritual to be a sellout. It's just, what are you giving your soul essence to when you shouldn't be? That's when it becomes a problem. But yeah, that's that. If y'all don't have anything else to say, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Just wanted to see how y'all are doing, let y'all know how I'm doing, and I'm vibing out. I'm coming back to this platform. I do have some things I want to say. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. I'm putting together a presentation for a lot of the stuff that's been happening to me throughout this journey of being in the spiritual community, because I've had my own spiritual journey, but the stuff that I've had to deal with the spiritual community and the slander, the smear campaigns, and all that stuff, I do know that I've shared it all before. It's just the way that I've had to share everything was so sporadic, and as I put together like different clues, essentially, it's kind of hard to keep up with. So what I'm doing is putting together a presentation for everybody to be able to watch everything at one time, and it's like it's literally an entire series. I already have multiple videos made, and each one's like 4 hours long. So it's so much information, and I'm dedicating a good amount of time into it so that I don't miss anything that I feel like is important to mention, because it's absolutely ridiculous what's happening and what's going on, and other people have suffered too. They just are afraid to say anything, or they're being blackmailed and they don't want that whatever information to come out to the public. But my thing is, you already know they're going to say it to the public anyway, so just go ahead and quote unquote rat them out. But black people have this toxic no snitch policy. It's like, if you weren't intended, because it's like, I'm not snitching. I didn't know none of them people were doing what they were doing, so I'm not snitching because I was not in on it. So it's like, if you were in on it, it would be snitching, but you're still gonna get into, like, you're gonna be better off snitching than you are going down with them. But some people just rather go down with the ship by choice. They don't have to, but they choose to do so, and it's just not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be good when everything goes down. But I'm working on that presentation right now. It's gonna be, I already know how this stuff goes because people like drama. It's just, I'm not doing it for drama. I'm doing it so people will have like full clarity on everything in one spot, in one space, instead of like, oh, click this link for that information, click that link for that information. I know it's a lot for sure, and it's been a lot for the past year and a half when I started saying certain things. So I'm gonna make it more convenient for everybody, so it'll be easy to see and easy to read the things that were in words versus in video format. But yeah, it's cool talking to y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go, and I'm gonna be vibing out for the rest of the day. So yeah, I still got the rest of this food. Big snackage. Sun rays are everything. But alright, y'all. Shalom, Raeignicorns. I'll see you in the next one. Dawada.